housing issue. Do you think we're into a perpetual situation whereby the Bank of Canada, for reasons you've explained, completely understandable, has put forward a policy, an interest rate policy that has resulted in the housing market going through the roof, and you've now got politicians who are trying to come up with housing programs that give access to people who can't get into the housing market, an ability to do so, and they're never really successfully able to keep up, right? There's lots of housing policy programs out there, and they just don't seem to be able to do the job because the market forces are so tough otherwise. Is this a cycle we're into for the foreseeable future?
I don't think so, because what you've just laid out is a premise that it's all because of low interest rates, and I think it isn't. If it is because of low interest rates, then as interest rates move back to a more normal level over the next, I don't know, year or two, well, that will unwind some of the effect that you're talking about. But I think the most important thing that's pushed housing prices higher has been excess demand for houses. We are having over 400,000 people, new people arriving in Canada every year and not building enough dwellings for them to live in. This is going to push up prices perpetually if that's our growth model, which I fully expect it will be. Well, so as identified the Ontario Task Force on housing that was just published a couple of weeks ago, the most important thing is going to happen here is we need to boost supply of housing. And that means addressing things like red tape or other zoning restrictions in order to improve that supply. There's a ready market there, so developers surely would be ready to do this. They will make money. People will get their housing aspirations fulfilled. This can be done, but we need to get our sleeves rolled up and fix the rule book around housing to have any hope that supply will meet demand. But even if supply met demand perfectly, Steve, I just want to remind everybody that the price of existing homes would still keep going up all the time. As cities get bigger, what happens is you get a little further from the center, a little further from the center. Time is money. You got to get in your car or on the bus or whatever it is you do to get downtown. Well, you're always going to be willing to pay just a little more to be a little closer. Okay, so the bigger a city gets, the more expensive it becomes. That is Mother Nature at work. And so we do need to explore every one of these possibilities in order to solve this as a society.
Let me ask you one last